One wrong turn in the Nutty Putty Cave, and John found himself in an uncharted, deadly passage, trapped upside down in a crevice just 8 inches wide, with his brother racing against time to save him. How did it come to this? Will they make it? Watch John cover the harrowing rescue attempts that kept the world on edge. John was a 26-year-old man with a passion for adventure, had a dream of becoming a pediatric cardiologist. With his brother Josh by his side, they embarked on countless caving adventures with their father. Though they considered themselves experienced cavers, John hadn't been caving much since getting married, having a 1-year-old daughter, and with a second child expected in June, while also being a medical student at the University of Virginia. During the Thanksgiving holiday, John went home to visit his family. They planned a day trip with hiking adventures and an exploration of the Nutty Putty Cave. From 1999 to 2004, 6 people got trapped in the tight tunnels of Nutty Putty Cave. The worst spots, called the Helmet Eater, the Scout Eater, and the Birth Canal, got their names from these incidents. Seeing the dangers, authorities shut down the cave in 2006. In May 2009, the caving group Timpanogos Grotto introduced an online reservation system for Nutty Putty, allowing only one group at a time to explore. Many found it tough but doable, while some needed rescue. Due to frequent rescues, a permit system was created, requiring at least 2 experienced cavers per group. Josh and John Jones were well suited for this. Nutty Putty was seen as good for beginners, with easy sections like the Big Room and the Maze. The final challenge, a 70-foot vertical drop called the Birth Canal, tested true bravery. Despite knowing the risks, many still got stuck, overwhelmed by panic and fear. It seemed like the Timpanogos Grotto was managing Nutty Putty's risks well, but a terrifying event was about to change everything. On a cold Tuesday before Thanksgiving, the Jones brothers, along with family and friends, ventured deep into Nutty Putty Cave. They explored a large chamber called the Big Slide. Later, John and Josh, with 2 friends, sought a more challenging passage known as the Birth Canal, which is tight but passable. The group split up, searching for the passage. John eagerly led and picked a waist-high hole to explore, squeezing through. However, what awaited him was unexpected. Despite this, John and Josh were determined to conquer the challenge. They navigated through tight spaces and narrow passages, enduring the damp and claustrophobic conditions. As John pressed on, he thought he was in the Birth Canal but had mistakenly entered an unmapped section of the cave near Ed's Push. Within minutes, John knew he had made a serious mistake. He thought he saw a larger opening ahead and tried to squeeze in headfirst, using his hips, stomach, and fingers to push forward. He soon realized he was nearly stuck, with no way to turn around or back out the way he came. His only option was to press forward. Ahead, he saw an opening dropping almost straight down, which seemed to widen at the bottom, giving him hope for a turnaround spot. But John made another error, doing something cavers are warned against. Despite his experience, he went headfirst into a tight downward spot. Though he told Josh he would turn around, things didn't go as planned. To reach the opening, John exhaled to fit and slide over a rock lip into a 10-inch wide side of the crevice. When he inhaled, his chest expanded and he got stuck. Stroking made him slide deeper into an even narrower 8.5-inch wide side. One arm was pinned underneath, and the other was forced back by a rock, leaving him helplessly wedged upside down at a steep 70-degree angle. Trapped underground, John's caving instincts kicked in as he tried to stay calm. He knew he had lost control of the situation. With each moment, his hook faded and the walls seemed to close in. Understanding he was stuck and couldn't free himself, he called out for his brother. Josh, realizing the danger, hurried through the muddy walls to reach John. He tried to go in feet first, but couldn't free him. Josh knew they needed professional help, so he quickly left the cave to get assistance. As the hours passed, John remained at the cave's mercy. Trapped at a downward angle, his body was under immense stress, making it hard for his heart to pump blood. Around midnight, Stussy, a local rescue volunteer, arrived. She introduced herself and asked how John was doing. He thanked her and expressed his desire to get out. She stayed with him, providing comfort while waiting for the main rescue team. With each passing second, the situation worsened. John had been upside down for over 3 hours, feeling more discomfort than pain. The rescuers brainstormed ideas to free him, considering lubricating the cave walls, drilling, or using a rope pulley system. However, the cave's narrowness and John's position made it extremely challenging. Only small, flexible rescuers could navigate the tight spaces, making it difficult to bring in tools. Only one person could be with John at a time, making it even more challenging to free him quickly. As the hours tick by, the rescue team's frustration grows, and their options seem to dwindle. Exhaustion sets in, and with John's arms immobilized and his legs unable to help, it becomes a race against time to keep him alive. With rescue efforts ongoing, John's physical and mental state deteriorates. The agonizing hours take their toll as he struggles to breathe and his heart battles gravity's pull. As the rescue team worked tirelessly through the night, determined to save John's life, they came to a horrible realization. The angle of the tunnel meant they couldn't bend John's body backward without likely having to break his legs. In his weakened state, the shock could potentially kill him. In a touching moment, rescuers managed to connect John with his wife using a two-way cable radio. That heartfelt conversation brought a flicker of hope in this grim situation. Finally, the breakthrough they desperately needed arrived. The rescue team decided to set up a pulley system anchored to the tunnel walls with climbing cams to pull John out. 8 men worked in perfect harmony, starting the tough job of pulling him up. Each pull caused John immense pain due to the sensitive nerves in his legs, but they kept going, inch by painful inch. After 19 hours, John couldn't move his legs to help the team maneuver them. As time ran out, they even considered breaking his legs to free him. Despite this, things seemed to progress slowly but surely. With every effort, the rescuers fought against the clock, determined to save John. The tension was high, and each moment felt like an eternity. Yet, the team remained focused, pushing through the pain and exhaustion, inching closer to success. The struggle was intense, but their resolve was unyielding. Every inch gained brought them closer to bringing John back to safety, despite the overwhelming odds. But then, disaster struck. As the team pulled, the rope snapped. A stone arch holding the rope shattered, and the nearest key bolt broke off, striking John's closest rescuer, Ryan, in the face. The entire team fell backward, and John slid even deeper into the crevice. With Ryan seriously injured and exhausted, a new rescuer had to take his place. The tension was palpable as they desperately tried to reach John again. He was now completely unresponsive to their attempts to contact him. Dave, Ryan's father, spent an hour re-establishing the pulley system. While trying to tie the rope back onto John's body, Dave got himself stuck in the same tunnel for nearly 15 minutes. He eventually freed himself, but his energy was spent, and things were looking grim. John was barely breathing and remained unresponsive. He had gone into cardiac arrest. The rescuers gathered just outside the narrow parts near Ed's push to discuss their options. Since John wasn't responding, they decided a medical professional needed to determine if John had passed away. As they debated their next move, the reality of the situation hit hard. The team was exhausted, morale was low, and the clock was ticking. The cave's unforgiving environment added to their despair, but they knew they had to keep trying, no matter how dire the circumstances seemed. Every second counted, and they had to make a decision quickly, hoping against hope for a miracle. At 11:56 on November 25th, John was pronounced dead. The heartbreaking reality hit hard, and the rescuers had to leave empty-handed. About 137 rescuers worked tirelessly for 27 grueling hours, facing their toughest challenge. Their dedication and bravery were undeniable, but retrieving John's body from the dangerous cave was too risky. Authorities realized that trying to recover him would endanger more lives. Nutty Putty Cave became John's eternal resting place, sealed with concrete to prevent further tragedy. The cave's secrets and dangers are now hidden forever. In the aftermath, the cave was permanently closed to the public. John's family ensures his memory lives on with a plaque at the cave entrance, a tribute to his life and the sacrifices made during the rescue efforts. Despite heroic attempts, they couldn't free John, leaving a legacy that highlights both the allure and the dangers of exploring hidden underground worlds. This tragedy serves as a poignant reminder of the risks involved in caving and the profound impact of such an event on everyone involved. What do you think about this tragic story? Share your thoughts and comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories and hit the bell icon to stay updated.